Well, welcome everyone. How's it going? How is it going? Friday, June the 11th today. Let me know if my audio is coming in clear. Yesterday, Tesla, obviously you guys know, had the Model S event. Sorry I couldn't go live for that. I had a previous commitment I couldn't get out of. But let me know if I'm coming in clear on the chat. Harry, Alex, how's it going? Mavericks, what's up, shorty? Hey, Marco, Alex, how's it going? RX, create your worth. Did I miss the live stream? No, we're live now. Let's do it. Loud and clear. Awesome. Sounds good. Perfect. Appreciate you guys. Too many fails. Steve, how's it going? Okay, so yeah, interesting day in the stock for sure. I was really looking to, and I was saying this on Discord yesterday, was let's sell some calls is what was what I was thinking in the last 10 minutes of trading yesterday. And I just didn't pull the trigger. And the reason for that was, at the end of the day, when we don't expect something, that's when I was expecting Tesla to announce something. Ophelia, how's it going? Alex, 605, 618 calls are getting smacked around. Interesting. Oh, by the way, check this out. Check this out. I'll show it to you. Got the merch in, got the Juju merch in. Link is in the description. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for packages to come in the mail. Tyler, how's it going? 607 right now on the stock price. So, we got some work to do, but that's why we joined Power Hour. I'm going to mark the beginning of our stream right here so we can test our algo theory. Citrus time, exactly. Oh yeah, where's my Juju? Oh, hold on one sec. I spent all this time picking out the two best oranges in the house. Okay, I spent like all of 30 seconds on it, but I did nonetheless. And then I forgot it before the stream. DJ, how's it going? David. So, okay, so talking about the event yesterday, I really had a good time watching the highlights of the event. I thought the event was exactly what it kind of needed to be, plus or minus a few things. So I think it's important for us to realize that the event was geared towards the Model S Plaid. It wasn't supposed to be an FSD thing. Although, we talked about that being potentially something announced. It wasn't supposed to be something around, subscriptions or future plans or future models, although we wanted that. I think Tesla did a good job keeping the focus on where it needed to be. That being said, I wish they talked a little bit about cell chemistry. Is it the 4680s? It's definitely not. But at the end of the day, I think Tesla is moving towards, I'm not sure if you guys realize, like kind of dumbing down their presentations a little bit and keeping it super consumer friendly is what I noticed from their presentation yesterday. Like versus Battery Day, where it was super, nitty gritty, in the weeds. Yesterday was like, hey, look what we accomplished. Look at how far we've come. This car is fast. Like that's kind of what it was about. I learned a couple of things about my car though yesterday. Apparently I can swipe down on the navigate and it'll guess where I'm going to go. I'm going to go try that today. So a lot of you guys stayed up late for it. Yeah, I see the comments coming in around that. Yeah, it's consumer friendly equals best. Yeah, absolutely. Paco, how's it going? So it's good. It was a good event overall. Remember, AI Day is coming up. Someone let me know in the comments when AI Day is. I believe it's this summer, probably the end of the summer, Elon time. Not exactly sure when it is. I forget. But man, like 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. That's crazy. That's crazy fast. I'm just gonna check what the Model 3 does right now. 0 to 60 time. I feel like I should know, but I've never timed it. The Model 3 is 0 to 60 in, what is it? Hold on. 3.1. Listen, I'm not a big car guy. Like I'm not a classical car enthusiast. I love cars. I'm not a nitty gritty guy. I like fixing cars for sure. But man, between 3.1 and 2 is probably a huge difference. Like, of course, it's a huge difference. But for all intents and purposes, I'm quite happy with my 3.1. I'm not going to complain. Um, Elon was stoned. AI Day is in 2 weeks. I don't know. Sean says, I wish they would have announced FSD subscription. Elon has reverted to Elon time again. Yeah, but again, it's not the platform for it, which makes sense, right? So this is what threw me off yesterday, right? Looking at selling calls. And yesterday, I could have sold 700 strike for June 18th. I'll show you guys on the chart here. 700 strike, we're selling for almost $2. And this morning, they're 44 cents. They've gone down 65% in value. Would have been some easy money right there. It's in late July, early August. Thank you, Mistress. Thank you. Hey DJ, thanks for the super chat. Sending good juju magic vibes to make Tesla reach the sky. Appreciate that. Thanks, DJ. I hope should pop up. I have it set up where Elon should come up, so cross my fingers on that. Thank you, DJ.
Sending good juju magic vibes to make Tesla reach sky. One man mage magic wand crystal ball one.
Good juju only. Okay, right in the limbic system. Steve likes it. Okay, so yeah, it does talk. If you super chat, it talks. Don't say anything profane, please. Thank you. So okay, 607 on the stock price right now. Remember, 200-day moving average sits at, I believe, 610 or 609.55. It says right there, actually. So keep that in mind regarding where we want to close. Ideally, we obviously close above the moving average, or at least confirm the moving average on the day today. It's just weak in volume. Okay, if we look at volume for the day, we're sitting at a measly 13.5 million shares traded today post Model S event. Just very little. Yeah, it's crazy low. Now, I'll take any close over the 200-day at this point, but for us to have enough strength to push through that, I don't know. Talking about the rest of the market for a second, Amazon's down a little bit, 30 basis points. Apple is up almost 1% because Apple is going to compete with Tesla with EVs, of course. Bitcoin's up to 37,000. Bitcoin is just, I said this yesterday on our Discord, Bitcoin's just, it's got to stop flirting in that range. Something is up. VIX is just terrible. I mean, VIX is $15.60. I mean, some of you guys like low volatility. I get that, but VIX is just nuts. It's just so low. It's been so long. I don't even know when the last time VIX was under $15. Obviously pre-COVID. It's just nuts. That shows you how much premium is left in the market right now. Doge is somehow sitting at 31 cents. God knows how. And God knows that I bought Doge, so I need it to go up. Ethereum's at $2,400. The Qs are having a ish day today. I mean, down, pretty much flat on the day. Palantir is up 1.5%. That's good for my portfolio. You guys know I'm long Palantir. Nvidia just doesn't stop. Should I get on the Nvidia split train at this point? I just don't know. What's up, Bovine? I don't know. Help the algo, hit the like. I appreciate that, Alex. Yes, if you hit the like, doesn't cost you anything. Much love to all you guys. Nvidia doesn't stop. I just, if we learned anything from splits, was just get into when the stock splits. That's it. Welcome, Sanju. How's it going? Me too, Doge. WTF. Thoughts on Workhorse? I don't have any smart thoughts on Workhorse, unfortunately. I just don't follow it enough to want to even put my neck out there. Square is up 0.7% on the day. Zoom is up 5% and it's continuing to go up here. Interesting. Zoom is going, hey? So let's check it out. Tesla still sitting at 660 for the day. Chihuahua power. Absolutely. Too late to, I assume, to jump into Nvidia. Yeah, that's the problem is I don't know whether it's too late. I should have gotten to Nvidia right when they announced the split. I just don't know why I didn't do it. AMC is getting all the attention. AMC is up to $47 at the moment. Just stupid. All of these meme stocks are just really sucking whatever volume we would have had out of the market anyway. Yeah. Alex says, should I sell my 605 June 18th? If you're up and you're happy with how much you're up, but you're probably not up on it, is what I'm guessing. June 18th, man, you got a week left. I don't know. Premium is gonna decay fat. I'm not sure your cross basis on those, but it's gonna be tough. You're gonna here's the thing though. Part of me really thinks that next week is gonna be a big week, upwards, hopefully, on Tesla. It just feels like one of those weeks post an event, big week coming up. That's just my gut feel. Up or down, who knows? We'll see though. Tyler says NVIDIA just bought digital mapping company for autonomous cars. Interesting. Manuel, I just joined. Did I miss anything good? No, other than looking at my hoodie, which I know, or I think you got a shirt, but other than the hoodie that I showed everyone, no, nothing really. I mean, Tesla's just been flirting here. I say that every week. Here's the thing. I feel like that every week. It's just we've been quiet for how long now, right? I mean, no, obviously none of this financial advice. What do I know? But just like look at the price action going on here. Between 630 and the majority of the price action has been between under 620 and over 580. That $40 price range. We've just been flirting and staying within that. We're going to have to see. Steve says July fry. Maybe, potentially. I just think a big move up or down is bound to happen shortly. Just don't know whether it's going to be up or down. Mine's coming in the mail today. Nice. There we go. Need a photo of that. Yeah, Shubin says, I feel like getting out of Tesla now. So here's the thing. With my shares, for me, I just don't care. I'm just going to keep accumulating. If Tesla keeps dropping, like I'll look to re-add under 550 again on Tesla. For my long-term account, no big deal. I'll just keep buying shares. Not a big deal. When you talk about options trading, when you talk about, we're invaders. We invest and we trade. Talk about trading. There is no general momentum in Tesla right now, up or down. It's basing. There's no momentum breakout or breakdown at the moment. We're gonna have to wait. Go bullish on the second half this year, with all of our supply coming back as an economy as a whole. But it's to be determined, right? With volume this low, we're gonna need a catalyst to jump up. Obviously, Q2 earnings are gonna be a catalyst, and the earnings call is gonna be a catalyst for that. But we're gonna need a longer term catalyst. Whether that's FSD subscription, which by the way should be coming out apparently, allegedly, in the next 5 days. I'm not sure if it does, but allegedly it should be. Which by the way, if you've heard any updates on that, let me know. Yeah, Jen, I saw that joke. That was hilarious. Yeah, AMC is a distraction. Absolutely. AMC, GME, those things are, you can, that's the trading side of us. That's not the investing side of us, likely. I mean, unless you have a DCF or something, you want to show that GME should be at $300 a share or AMC should be at 50. But those are trading plays. Those are Momo trades, right? Momentum movement trades. So, yeah, what is the catalyst, right? AI Day, which I don't think is going to be a huge catalyst. FSD subscription, Q2 earnings. The biggest, baddest catalyst that we have for Tesla, repeat after me, are Berlin and Austin coming online. Once Berlin, and I saw that video about Tesla Berlin starting to produce some one-off cars one-off productions to start seeing if they can ramp it up, which is great news. But those are the biggest catalysts, bar none. Wall Street gives Tesla and Elon zero credit for talking, but once the cars are being made, it's just it's fine. Everything's gonna come back. At the moment though, they're discounting the execution on Tesla. So Elon did say, or where did I hear this yesterday? I was on Clubhouse yesterday. I'm not sure if Elon verified this during the event or not. I was on Clubhouse yesterday, and Sawyer on Twitter, I'm sure you guys are aware of Sawyer on Twitter. He said, his source says Giga Texas will begin Model Y production in October. So interesting to note there. Cybertruck, I don't know. Cybertruck is gonna be a while. I'm not putting in, because correct me if I'm wrong, Cybertrucks are gonna have 4680s. So I guess they could have other cell chemistry. I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not which one it is, but I don't think those are close to ready yet. So we're gonna have to see. FSD in 2 weeks, absolutely. Harry says Gig Austin Berlin will be the cal. Absolutely, exactly. Yeah, oh, and yeah, and also the EV credit stuff, absolutely, it's gonna be a big one. So yeah, it's oh, here, hold on, we got CNBS talking about Tesla. Let's pull it up. Second. I just missed it. They're probably peddling some FUD anyways. It was just a photo of Elon, so who knows what they were saying. 608 on the stock price for all of our audio listeners. Let's pull up Chrome. Let's see what news we got going on. So Elon Musk has gone on a liking spree of everyone checking out the Model S's. Great. I'm looking for some inside baseball knowledge on any announcements. Doesn't look like we're probably going to get very much. Another thing to look at is Goldman Sachs today reiterated their buy target on Tesla at $860. Yes, it's Goldman Sachs. Yes, this is awesome. But no, it's not a big deal because they're reiterating it. It's not a new price target. They still have a buy rating on it. 860 is their target. The crazy part is, to think about for a second, we were at 900. I think within a couple of weeks of them posting the original buy target for Tesla at 860. So interesting to note there. Yes, Goldman Sachs carries a lot of weight in what they do, and everyone listens to them on the market. But the market that we're in at the moment it just doesn't give a shit about these price targets right now. It just, quite candidly, it just doesn't care. The market that we were in pre-March tech correction or crash, they did care about these price target updates. In my opinion, up until probably summer is over, right? September, up until that point, a lot of these price targets aren't going to matter very much. So you're not going to see them move stocks like they did in the past, or at least you're not going to see them move Tesla like they did in the past. So welcome, Michael. Cybertruck battery constrained since it uses the 4680. Absolutely. Thank you. Austin will be about the why. Martin, good afternoon. Dropping a dose of positivity. Thank you, Martin. Keep your brain capital in check. DMAC, how's it going? Hey, Tesla team. Someone says, hi, and you here. Just joining to see if I should sell my Ethereum and buy Tesla. Again, what we talked about is financial advice. I think so Ethereum has a hard fork or has 2.0 coming up soon. Tesla has a lot of catalysts coming up soon. I own both. I don't know. Nick says, just got this notice from Webull. What does it mean? Your current account doesn't have sufficient equity for exercising assignment of $30 AMC expiring today. I have a cash account. So it just means that however many contracts you have multiplied by 100 times by how many shares you were going to buy, you wouldn't be able to exercise it. That's all it means. So you have to probably sell your options prior to close today. Maverick still says, do you have a price target for Tesla in the next 12 months? I'm eyeing the first, obviously we're going to have to go in steps for us. I think 12 months, the first price target I'm eyeing is 1,000 or 1,055, $1 trillion market cap. That's the first price target that I'm looking at. That's the next 12 months. What makes this prediction hard is, and what always makes short-term predictions hard, is stuff that you don't foresee coming up, whether it's market corrections, whether it's inflation rates rising, whether it's the Fed putting money back in.
I want to see a Cybertruck accessories day. I would buy the drone they patented. Hell, what about a fridge? Keep up the good work on the videos.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. I would I would buy a fridge, a Cybertruck fridge. I think it was Emmanuel who showed me the Cybertruck mouse. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Cybertruck mouse. Check out this like computer mouse. Check out that. This was on April Fool's Day, I think you showed us. But man, I'd buy this in a heartbeat. Thanks for the super chat, Sean. Absolutely, Woo. I own both. I think it's hard to judge. I'm more bullish short term on other cryptos than Ethereum. I think Ethereum at $2,400 is still, in my opinion, a little bit of a stretch at the moment. I know there's a lot of Ethereum bulls that think Ethereum's going to hit 10K, 100K, 50K, whatever it is, very soon, maybe potentially. I just think it's less likely to go up faster. But who knows? What do I know? And yeah, welcome to the community. Everyone that's listening, first time listening, welcome to the community. Appreciate you guys listening in and tuning in. Would you guys buy this mouse? Let me know in the chat. I like Cardona as well. Exactly. Would you guys buy this mouse? Not this one. Not that one. This one. This one is a sick mouse. Thanks for subscribing, y'all. Also, Credit Suisse, by the way, Dan Levy from Credit Suisse also gave the stock a neutral rating. The target price is unchanged at $800. So some news there regarding kind of what's happening, but again, don't be fooled by these price target updates and think you want to go long based on them. It's not worth putting capital chasing these trades like it was earlier in the year, where as a price target update would come out, you would chase and you would throw capital at something. At the moment, it's almost like a sell the news event in terms of what's happening. So keep that in mind there, or at least it is, in my opinion. So let's pull up Weeble again. You guys would buy that Cybermouse? It sucks. I'd drive it. Marcus says he'd buy it. That Cybertruck mouse is so cool. Yeah, it was expensive though. I'm not sure how real it was in terms of 3D printing, or if it was feasible or not. But I think it was like $120. I think it was something crazy. How come? Can you share your thought process? I'm guessing you're talking about the price target updates. I just think there's a lot of money sitting on the sides right now, big money that is not looking to deploy based on these growth plays at the moment. Oh wait, hold on. The UK to extend lockdown 1 month as the Indian variant spooks officials into vaccine scramble. Really? This is a joke? Is that? I don't know. That's not cool. Oh, that sucks. Variants are a real problem. Hot Juju sweatshirt. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Yes, you missed it in the beginning of the video. I'll show it to you now. We got merch. It's in the description, and I'll show it to you again. Chihuahua Power. Got the orange. The Juju Power on the back. It's easily covered up with the hoodie if you don't want to show it and look like a weirdo. Yeah, that'd be a great gift. So sitting at 608 pretty much at the moment on the stock price for Tesla. The market is just flat is the best way to kind of put it right now. SPYs are down 1 basis point, pretty much 0, and the Qs are up 7 basis, not even. So so here's what I'm looking at for the rest of the week, or for next week. Next week the Fed is meeting up, which is never good. They're meeting up, I think, on the 15th to the 17th of June. I'll pull it up right now. Fed meeting in June. Sorry, 15th to 16th. So they're meeting for 15th and the 16th. So that's next Tuesday, Wednesday. Keep that close to your trading strategy moving forward. Whenever the Fed meets, there's extreme volatility usually in the stock market. We're gonna need to see. We already know what they're gonna say, right? We're not raising rates. We don't plan on raising rates to 2023 at the very least. Blah blah blah. But as the stock market's flat right now, you can tell what's really happening prior to this meeting is that people are taking money off the table / not piling into these smoking deals. So just watch out for the FOMC next week, and I think the market kind of believes that they're going to be talking about changes in policy. We'll see if we get any of that. I'm not sure if we will, but something to watch for. And so that explains partly why volume has been so crap this week. it's just, you know, why put your money at more risk than it needs to be? Why not just wait for next week? Also, I just posted my photos in the shirt in general. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Pull up. Here it is. There it is. Tesla Discord. Join us on Discord, by the way. I'll pull up Discord here. Link for Patreon is in the description, or patreon.com/hit that bid. Ah, look at that. You got the black. Nice. Got to get a selfie of you in that, Tyler. That's awesome. Love it. I posted it like I felt like kind of a D-bag posting my photo yesterday in the Discord with me leaning on the car. I was like, oh man, what am I doing? This is something I'd never do in my life, but I had to do it for the group. We need 10% more. Yes, 10% would get us to a very comfortable level, at least $670+ on Tesla. Can't complain with that. Wu says, thanks for your feedback. By the way, do you guys meet here every Friday? Yeah, every Friday on this channel we do Power Hour. You know, last week I think I didn't do Power Hour. I did an hour earlier because I had an appointment. But yeah, every Friday at the bare minimum, we'll be going Power Hour on this channel. You guys know that. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell as well, because we go live, or I go live, random times during the week as well. It doesn't have to be just Fridays. A couple weeks ago, I went live pretty much every day of the week. This week was a little bit more quieter on the lives. Yeah, only way to really know is to hit the bell or to be in our Discord, which I announce before I go live. On hold till 9:50. Absolutely. So let me know what you guys thought about what was the biggest takeaway for you about the Model S event. For me, it probably was I'd probably say the heat pump was probably one big thing, because Elon said, like, quote, like, you know, in the cold, you're going to experience very little degradation. I'm not sure if it's a different heat pump than the one that is in my car. Yeah. So that was a big one for me. Doge in the doghouse. Yeah, Doge is in the doghouse. The new motor, says Jen. That was a big one too. Yeah. And didn't he say the new motor is actually smaller than the other one? 1,000 per week, says Studio. Yeah. That's a lot. The carbon sleeve, says Robert. Tyler says the software. Yes, the software, Tyler. You talk about the software a lot. What's so yesterday they announced you can play video games, and there's, you know, Tesla controllers that you can go through and stuff on it. The wrapped rotor, power curve. Marco, that's a good one. 887 miles of charge in 15 minutes. Yeah, that's past V3 rates, right? Because V3 rates are, there's just a new, that actually just opened this week, a new supercharger in North Van here, 250 kilowatt per hour charging speed. I probably missed it. Is that V4? Is that V3.5? Or is that just V3? Obviously, it depends on the car how fast it can go as well. Because obviously, 250 kilowatt per hour is, you know, crazy fast. Michael says, my takeaways is Tesla is a company run by brilliant engineers, not PR or marketing. Absolutely. Great way to put it. But you know, there's two sides to that kind of equation, right? That's super true. But the problem with that is that Wall Street sometimes is too thick to understand what's happening. So though in the short term, it doesn't matter if Wall Street understands it, in the long term, Wall Street will have to understand it, right? Especially when they start delivering this many cars. I guess in the time being, I guess that's just opportunity for us. The motors, the 1,000 sustained horsepower is crazy with a single speed. Top RPM is really black magic juju. Panda. Wu says, thanks. It would be nice to have a community for holding Tesla. Absolutely. Yeah. Join our community. Yeah, Elon said you could pick up the motor with 2 hands. That is nuts. Absolutely. It is a badass car. Tesla is no longer talking about what's coming in the future, only what they're delivering. That's a great observation. Absolutely. That is definitely noted. Absolutely. Tesla just shuts their mouth until they have something to deliver at the moment. I think they're tired of the speculation and the amount of pressure put on them when they when they have to front run this stuff, which makes you think, if that's kind of the case, when are they going to announce the $25,000 model, right? So, I mean, interesting there for sure. Yeah. So the $25,000 model car, is that going to be coming out end of this year? What's your guys' prediction? Is it going to be coming out end of year in terms of an announcement to be mass produced in a couple of years time, or is it going to be announced and start producing within the same, let's say, 6-month span? What's your prediction on that? Let me know. You love this price action, says Zach. Sold some of my Tesla risky calls. Man, looking back, obviously hindsight's 2020. I should have sold those calls I was talking about yesterday. Talking about price action though for a second. We are just right. We're just doing nothing. So June 18th though, next week, if I look at some lottos for next week, if I want to play some lottos, and I'm tempted, I will say I'm tempted to play some lottos. Everything looks pretty good. The 640s for next week are going for, let me just check premium price for a second here. So 630s are $6, which means if I add 18 to 630, get to 650. Do I think Tesla can get to 650 within the first couple of days? I mean, with a big pop potentially. That's kind of the way I measure premium. I could talk about how I kind of look at premium in a second. But what are you guys saying? Batteries first. Yeah, batteries is a big problem. Absolutely. Ford and GM yeah, absolutely. Inflation will behead the $25,000 car. Oh, they'll absolutely take orders. Agreed. But yeah, okay, so like Sean's saying it's 2 years away. Mid 2023 production, Q1 2024. That seems more realistic, Marco, especially because 4680s are going to take some time. Power. Elon is all about the timing. I used to work there. Interesting. Not too long ago, and didn't hear shit about the $25,000 Model X refresh, then Cybertruck. Think they'll remain focused on those for now. I hope you're wrong, but you know what could be possible, Zach, is that they focus on the 25,000 model in China. News actually came out today. I was reading on our Discord. I think shout out to you, RS, saying that NIO is going to be producing a $30,000 model under a different brand in China. And obviously, we know China subsidizes a lot of their EV tech, so or their local EV tech. So I wouldn't be surprised on that news if Tesla is pushed to announce something in China around the $25,000 model car coming out. Wouldn't be surprised. Are you ready to accept Doge yet? Troy, I don't know, man. Listen, I'm in Doge, and I'm just going to check my Binance for a hot second. I'm in Doge. I am not ready to accept Doge. I am not ready to accept Doge. Part of me really feels like I'm going to be bag holding on my Doge in the next week. I think Doge is going to go down like 7 cents in the next 2 weeks. And if that's true, I don't know why I'm still holding Doge. Don't ask me. So I don't know. Tyler says, I think they're further ahead on the Model 2. They're probably holding back because the Cybertruck would be canceled. Yeah, but also the Model 2 or the 25,000 model car doesn't really have the same demographic as the Cybertruck. The people that are buying the Cybertruck are totally different, in my opinion, than the people that are going to buy the Model 2. But I mean, yeah, here's one thing though. I feel like with these orders, right? I think people are also overestimating the number of people that have orders that are actually going to close on these cars. But at the same time, it doesn't matter, because if Tesla can only produce X amount of cars, they're going to sell X amount of cars, right? So, yeah, everyone copies Tesla, absolutely. Alex says, biggest takeaway is the first production carbon wrapped rotor, which Tesla had to make a machine to create. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think at the end of the day, You know what I was thinking? I was talking with a friend yesterday about Tesla and versus Apple, and they were saying something so interesting. They said, when was the last time you heard people talk about iPhone tech? Like, oh, this iPhone 7 or this iPhone 2 or 3 or 4 when it came out has this new generation battery, lithium ion, that fast charges with a USB-C. I don't know, cars and phones are entirely different altogether, but let's just try to keep this comparison for a second. They were like, when was the last time you hear about people diving into the tech of an iPhone the way that people dive into the tech of these cars? And I know price point is just massively different. You can buy like 40 or 50 iPhones for the price of one car. But at the end of the day, I think that speaks to, number one, the investor demographic of Tesla are a little bit more technical about engineering, about sophisticated technology or future technology. But I think also it shows we're a little bit early in the process, because I think right now, as it kind of stands, there's a lot of people that just don't think EV technology is going to be prevalent in the next 10 years. They think it's going to be a small niche subsegment of the market. And I think the difference between Apple and Tesla was everyone knew that iPhones were going to be the future, or smartphones were going to be the future, period. So I think we got a little bit more work to do, but that just confirms to me that we're still a little bit early. I'm not sure what you guys think. Yeah, for the next 2 years, everything will be will be driven by a battery. Zach says Gary was at the event. Absolutely, Gary was at the event. I saw today, and we're dipping a little bit low, 606.25. I saw today that Gary. I saw a tweet by Gary Black today. Shout out to Gary Black. Gary, if you're listening, great tweets. Keep it up, man. You did some good modeling today. We don't have to get in this, but I saw he had a new profile picture. Dude, this looks sick. Look at this guy. This guy is fresh. This guy is fresh. Like, if I saw, like, he's got that like yeah, he's rich vibe, like sick suit, mask all the way below the nose, perfect. Holding some sort of a phone that looks kind of like a gun, to be honest, but no, it's a different story. But this guy is looking fresh in his new profile picture. Gotta respect him on that. What is he saying today? I haven't read his tweets. Tesla skeptics don't get how strong Model Y demand is both in the US and China. Some dynamic will drive EV share in Europe once Berlin opens. The biggest reason is 2022 estimates are 40% too low, in my opinion. Yeah. What I like about Gary is that he looks at street estimates versus what he thinks production estimates will be, and he deduces everything from that point. So yeah. Mask below nose rich. Gary got it. Yeah. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, it looked like he had an awesome time. Absolutely. Listen, all I want is for everyone in the community to get along. Yesterday, we were talking about this on our Discord. That was it. Warren, Redlick, and Gary are apparently like they got some beef. Like, why? They're both Tesla bulls. One to a massive more extent, price target wise, than the other. Different story. But like, you're on the same side. Why do you have to have beef? Like, you can have debates without, I don't know, maybe just egos get in the way. What I also love about Gary is his a continual debunking of meme stocks. It's almost like he's the guy shorting these things, because the way he talks about these meme stocks, you think like, man, this guy is short GME 100%. GME bulls largely ignoring the 10Q disclosure. GME bulls aren't reading the 10K disclosure, Gary. That's the point. They are not reading the disclosure. They don't care. Never mind. I'm just preaching to the choir, aren't I? Warren pro PR, Gary is not. No, opposite way studio. Warren is against Tesla PR department. Gary wants a PR department. As do I, but I'm not gonna, it's not a hill I'm gonna die on. Oh yeah, you got it backwards. Yes, absolutely. Hey Gideon from Melbourne, how's it going, man? What is up? What is up with Holmars? Holmars blog is back. No, he's not. I think he's out. I think he It just account doesn't exist. I thought I got blocked yesterday too, but no. It's just maybe there's some sort of dispute on the back end going on. So let me pull up a sec. So remember, be careful with the market moving into next week, early next week. I would say sit on your hands. At least I'm gonna sit on my hands. I would like lottos look good right now for me. Interesting. Yeah, I hope everything's okay. It's just for me, this is my game plan for next week. I would buy lottos right now with the price action Tesla's at, because number one, we are flirting with the 200-day like no tomorrow. We are hugging it. We are bound to have a gap up or gap down day moving in the future soon enough. The problem is, again, Fed talks next week. Anything can happen on the downside. I don't want to be stuck into that. And then also volume is just terribly low, which almost makes me want to then buy something even more because volume can only go up. Volume for the day is 15 million shares for the entire day. We would have 15 million shares traded in the first hour or two of trading. So yeah. Adil says, on red days, I enjoy waking up to Gary's daily tweets on Tesla association with Bitcoin. That's another hill that he dies on, is the Bitcoin association. He doesn't give it up. He doesn't give it up. He hates Bitcoin. He hates it. Which is fine. All good here coming in from lockdown. Oh, yikes. Robert says, current trend, we are in a death cross in 10 days. Listen, could be... Anyone could be right. You could be right. I could be right. Neither of us could be right. The point is, and maybe you agree with this too, Robert, is a big move up or a big move down is likely. That's what I think. I'm not sure when. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure if it's going to be $60 to the upside, $60 to the downside. It just really feels like we are just consolidating. And when Tesla does that often, any stock does that often, but especially Tesla does it long enough, and it can continue to consolidate for the next little bit here. But it seems like something is about to crack. What about the leaps? How are the pricing for them? Leaps are still good. I mean, IV right now is, let me just check IV on my Interactive Brokers. IV for Tesla 52-week IV is currently 2. It's just so low. I don't even know what to say. Relatively speaking, low, right? June 2023's options chain looks like this. The interesting part is the furthest out of the money call I can buy in June 2023's 1400 strike, whereas in March you can buy up to 1725 strike. So you buy a couple extra months, whatever. But man, like for the longest time, like these things used to trade in the tens of thousands of dollars. So the gap up comes on FSD news potentially. Yep. Yeah. The bigger the base, the bigger the pop or the drop. Yeah, exactly. Bigger the breakout. Tesla ain't going anywhere with credit on the way. Come on. Tesla insurance branch, FSD subscription, robo-taxi network. Apple suffered the same FUD. Absolutely, Apple did. And you know what? By the way, shout out to, I think, Ant on our Discord. He posted an article from the same guy that posted last week regarding the China sales cutting in half. You guys remember that FUD about China orders cutting in half? That same guy, I got linked to an article he posted in 2009 or something, like something really early, and it was FUD against Apple. It was saying something on the lines of like, Apple batteries may, experience degradation or make burnout or something like that. It was FUD basically about Apple. So he's been in the FUD game for a long time. Had you listened to him then, like imagine missing out on Apple for the last 10 years or more. So we got 10 minutes till power hour here. Let's pull up the chart again. We're sitting at 609. Can we rally into the close? Can we rally? Let's see. All right, we're rallying a little bit. Okay, so we're up about $3 in the last 4 or 5 minutes here. Let's see if we can get hit high of day. High of day is not too far away. High of day is 612. Let's see if we can hit 612. Busting through 610 is just going to be a little bit tough, but if we can get through that, high day probably comes up. The Qs are pushing up, albeit a little bit. They are pushing up. But again, volume is low unless volume starts kicking in now in the last 10 minutes. We'll have to see. But volume is still under 15 million. So, we'll see. I mean, again, summer is usually quiet, but I feel like this summer is probably no exception. If not, this summer is probably even more quiet than previous summers because most of you guys are going to want to go on vacation that you haven't been allowed to go on for the last 16 months or whatever. So, please share a link. Which link do you want? Whatever. Oh, by the way, thank you for giving me the outlet to plug here. Hold on one sec. I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. Get up to $1,600 with free Webull stock. Getting $1,600 is hard. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but you get 2 free stocks. And if you join the link, by the way, please let me know which stocks you end up getting. I'm super curious. I'm trying to run some sort of a pattern recognition to figure out what the most popular stocks Webull gives away is. So I think you get one for just opening an account. You get another one if you deposit $100. You might as well. ROI is pretty much guaranteed at that point. CNBS is talking about the SPX record high. It looks like we're retesting 610 moving up here. A couple of green candles, nice to see to close. You don't mind the sideways better than a sell-off like prior events? Yeah, absolutely. That's true. That's true. I think Rob Maurer actually said he'd be, his guess was $600 on the dot for tomorrow. Alex, hey man, I appreciate this channel. Thank you, Alex, for tuning in and watching. Looks like my plumbing under the sink. Yeah, you got the P trap down here. So 609 on Tesla today. At the moment, we have 8 minutes left for power hour right now. Yes, Lordstown Motor is up today, but that is because of short selling or shorts probably buying back. So yeah, Ride. I just don't know what to say about Ride. Link to the Apple FUD. Oh, yeah, I'll try to find it. From Ant has it if Ant's on here. T-Mac, thanks for the super chat. What would it take for Tesla to get investment grade credit rating? I think it's bound to happen. I think what they look at is the balance sheet, number one. How much cash on hand do you have versus debt? And I think Tesla's got that covered where Tesla can pay the majority, if not more, of their debt with cash.
What would it take for TSLA to get investment grade credit rating?
So the big catalyst, and that is a catalyst actually that we didn't mention, is the Moody's, right? So Moody's credit rating. Tesla's not investment grade yet, as you guys know. It's a couple levels away from investment grade. Oh wow, we are just soaring 610. I think what the general consensus is that it's gonna happen by Q4, in Q4 of this year. Moody's when they actually announced their upgrade on Tesla credit, not investment rating, but just upgrade, they said we're gonna reevaluate in about 12 months is what they said. And I think they released that, if memory serves me right, in December or January. I feel like it was probably 2020 sometime, back when we were starting this channel. So you A10 oranges, can you finish green? Kevin, I respect that. That is the ultimate sacrifice you've made for us. 610 on, and we're about to go green in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Do we get green? 609.91, 86. Let me pull up my time in sales. I got it up here. Level 2 doesn't show up on my Webull. Yeah, December. It just feels like December is probably when it's gonna happen. Kathy must be buying. Yeah, it's very likely that it is ARK Invest buying. Yeah, towards the end of the day, but they even buy after hours, so we potentially might see this continuing to close. But the Qs are also on the backs of this, right? Like this is the Qs right now. The Qs are going back up. So today's Friday. Remember, 5 minutes to closing bell. Check your portfolio. Trim off any excess fat that you have on. If you have stuff expiring, watch out. Make sure that you don't get exercised on something you don't want to be exercised on. And as I check, by the way, I bought, or I guess I told you, right? I bought SoFi Leaps the other day. So I'm in SoFi now. I needed my financial tech fix. I was tired of Square was just so choppy. And I just think SoFi is going to appreciate over time. Oh, Tyler, you got it for me. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, 2013. 2013, not 2008. That's way too soon. 2013. But still, crazy. Thanks, Tyler. Welcome to the SoFi Club, says Arjun. Thank you. What causes a stock to gap up? Well, any good news, buyers stepping in. Here's the ugly truth, right? Stocks can gap up based on manipulation as well. It's not just necessarily speaking on good news or anything, but just the way price action is going, it really feels like we're curling into a move here. Up or down, I'm not sure. So 4 minutes to closing bell. Let's see if we can finish green. If we can finish green, remember 200-day moving average sits at 609.57. Any close above 609.57, which, it's no surprise that we're literally here right now as we are. But yeah, low volume for sure. It's easier to gap up stocks pre-market because volume is even lower than during the day. So what else we got? Let's check Twitter here. So it seems like everyone had a blast. It looks like Emmett bought a Model S Plaid as well, driving it around town, posting videos. That's awesome. Let's see here. People are saying Max Payne Tesla was 605. We'll see. I'm not sure if we get there right now, but we'll see. Maybe after hours. Oh, the Model Y, US Model Y long range estimated deliveries have been pushed out to December. Not sure if you guys noticed or heard that, but Model Y long range has pushed out to September. That's crazy. That's a long time to wait. I think people are pricing in the fact that EV credits are going to be coming up. So it looks like we're about to close quite literally on the 200-day. Like on the 200-day. So you guys are funny. 609.60. We're 50 cents away from going green. You want a Texas Model Y? No chips, says Steve. Yeah, that could potentially be it, but I was reading that potentially taking out radar helps some of that, alleviate some of that, because other chips can be reprogrammed. I'm not sure how much. I'm just speaking out of my ass there, but I did hear some rumors around that. Here, long wait times, long wait times, absolutely. Here, I just bought more Tesla. Nice, very nice. Oh, by the way, you guys made me buy some Tesla shares just for jokes a couple weeks ago. I didn't make some money off of those, and let's see if I do that again today. Buying shares is like whatever, right? It's interesting is Tesla's flat today. My leaps are still bleeding a little bit. So implied volatility did go down today. I think from 7 to 2. So we'll see. They're back ordered like crazy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to ask yourself, and we're about to go green here. I just feel it. You got to ask yourself, if Wall Street hates something so much, and we can talk about why, but if it hates something so much, there we go, closed. Hey, we closed above the 200-day moving average. There we go, 609.90 in terms of a close on Tesla today. Pretty good close, can't complain. Remember, volume was just terrible today, and I'll let after hours play out here. But volume was just terrible today overall. The Qs finished flat, down 2 basis points. S&P 500 again finished down 2 basis points. or no, this is after hours. What am I saying? S&P finished up 18 basis points on the day. The Qs finished up 26 basis points on the day. Some money rolling back into tech, but remember, I mean, quite interesting. I mean, look at the last half an hour of the day. Money came back into tech, into the market. But again, be careful moving into next week. I'm not saying that we don't rally next week to begin with. I'm just saying be a little bit careful. I'm going to be taking profits earlier than normal just because it's a Fed week. You know, so anything can kind of happen. Low volume cup and handle could be good. Yeah. Flat would drop IV, right? So, I mean, not necessarily. So in general, all things being equal, when the stock falls dramatically, IV is going to skyrocket. When the stock skyrockets upwards, IV might go up, might not go down, might stay flat. It's kind of this weird thing. Basically, the way to look at IV and the way I look at IV is a measurement of how busy options flow is. The more people that are buying options, the more inflated prices of options get. Thus, the greater the IV rank. Now, before earnings, a week or two before, people start buying options hand over fist, right? So that's what increases IV. What we've been seeing in this market is even though events are coming up, we're just not seeing a lot of people buying in options. And I think part of the reason is a lot of people have no YOLO money left based on sell-offs that have happened in the last 2 or 3 months. And on top of that, a lot of big money is sitting on the sidelines, and this is well documented, that they're waiting to see what's going to happen with inflation scares or with the Fed or with this or with that. So people are waiting. And until that money comes back in, that's why VIX is at $15.60 at the moment. So what are profits? Yeah, exactly, Steve. So the media narrative is about to be more rotating into tech. You can already see some of the headlines. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Take care, Steve. What does this guy Rod on CNBC have to say? Nah, it's fine. Is the American dollar really going to crash? Or banks spreading fear? Doesn't the FBI own all Bitcoin, allowing you to feel like you own your crypto? No. Is American dollar going to crash? I don't know. No comment on that. I hope not. I got a lot of USDs. Banks spreading fear. I don't think so. I think the bank's worst nightmare is crypto. And crypto, you should look into crypto a little bit more because yes, you can track wallet addresses when you wash them through or when it gets passed through. But there's easy ways you can wash crypto. You can put them in black boxes. You can put them into exchanges. There's a million things you can do to not have crypto traceable. And also, don't just read the headlines. Last week when the FBI said FBI has, seized back all the Bitcoin that it gave in this raid or in this extortion, all they did was they ran into the guy's house and took his computer and had his private keys on it. Right? So they make it sound like, oh, Bitcoin's not secure, all this sort of stuff. They just took his private keys, which is like taking the keys to your car and saying like you hacked your car open. You just took the goddamn keys. So I heard China owns all Bitcoin. I mean, the majority of the mining was definitely done in China or had been done in China. I'm not sure if that's still happening, but so IV is a leading indicator for a stock. No, IV is it stands for implied volatility. It measures how expensive or how fat premiums are in the options market. So let me give you kind of an easy way that I look at lottos sometimes. Okay, so this is Tesla's chain. The way I kind of look at lottos at times is this. I'll pull up an options chain, and this is how I'll kind of assess if premiums are too fat or not. I'm going to give you some of the inside baseball of my head of kind of the way I think about this. I'm not sure, this may or may not work for you, kind of refine it to make your own taste. But this is the way I kind of look at it. When I assess lottos for next week, lottos, remember, being lottery calls or lottery puts, up or down, in terms of, me wanting to make a 5x return on something, shooting for the moon. I look at premium, and the way I assess if premium is fat or not, there's a million different ways to assess if premium is fat or not, but I go out the money on the call side in this case. I'll go to the 650s, for example, right? Tesla closed at 610 for all intents and purposes. I'll go to the 650s. The 650s right now carry, I got to add in delta. I don't know why it never, One sec, folks. Let me just add delta into my column. Get rid of that. Option interest. Okay, so I'll go to the 650s. Delta is 20. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll look at the price of the option, and I'll go, okay, I'm paying $2.30 for this. If I'm playing a lotto, I like to look for at least a 3 times return on my play. So I'll multiply the premium times 3. So in this case, it's 230. Let's round up to 250. 250 times 3. So that's $7.50. Then I'll calculate my break even. Then I'll say 650 plus my 3 times premium, which is 750. Can I see Tesla hitting 657.50 next week feasibly? And if the answer to that is hell no, then I know premiums are too expensive for me. Or maybe that's the wrong strike. If I go, maybe that's possible. Sometimes, you'll come into here and the 650s will be selling for a whole week for $1, right? And so, your break even is 653 on a 3x return there. So that's another way that I look at premium on there is I multiply the premium times 3, I add it to the strike price, and then I'd like to assess from there. So you can tell if you go as far as the 650s, it gets hard to hit your break even, right? Not that you're going to wait for break even, but it gets hard. If you come to the 630s, 630s are selling for $6 right now. 6 times 3 is $18. $18 on top of your 630 strike is $648. Can I see Tesla hitting $648 next week sometime? Yeah, I can. Just as likely as I can see Tesla hitting, on the downside, plus or minus. So that's the way I look at premium. So if all of a sudden this 630 was now not $6 anymore, but it was $4, you can see how big of how much more enticing that gets in terms of looking at premium. So that's the way I look at premium on the options on the lottos. So the more people that buy options, the more inflated options premium gets. So the kind of the way to look at it. All right, guys, awesome power hour day today. Get your Juju merch if you want. No pressure, obviously. In the description. Join our Patreon if you're listening. If you're new here, you have no idea what we talk about. My name is Yash. We talk about your favorite growth stocks on the channel, options, trading, investing, stock market as a whole. Also crypto. If that is enjoyable to you at all, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell to be alerted. Every Friday we definitely go live, but I think next week I'll be a little bit more free to go live during the week, a lot more. So hit the bell for that. Again, join us on Patreon. Get your free stocks on Webull, and get your free Bitcoin with BlockFi. Links are in the description there. And like we say every Friday on this channel, spend some time away from the computer. You can't be stuck around it all day, all night. Unplug a little bit, go offline. Your portfolio value is not going to change over the weekend, although I like to think it will. Just have a mental break, spend some time with family, your loved ones, whoever it might be, and reset for a big week ahead, up or down, whatever it is. We'll be here and we'll be together. All right, guys, much love to all of you guys tuning in, every single one of you guys. Thanks for all the super chat, all the love, all the support. Without you guys, there is no channel, and we are approaching almost 10K subscribers on this channel. So if you're not subscribed already, consider doing so. Take care, guys. Much love to everyone. Bye.